I'm Nick Lewis. This is Raw Rebellion. I'm here with Mateo and Dylan. Mateo is a newly raw vegan. He just completed a 19-day juice feast. And Dylan has been doing it for 9 months. And Dylan has had some coaching from experienced raw foodists. And he's actually got his own recipe books out, and he does health coaching himself. But Mateo, tell us a little bit about your juice feast, what you experienced, why you're doing raw food now.
I am new to the raw food world to a certain extent, but I feel like I've always been a raw foodist. I always went for the fruits and the veggies. Really, I remember growing up, I was really young, and I remember thinking I want to have a fruit farm someday, just work with the fruits, climb the trees, eat the fruits. I feel like it was already in me, and it just maybe took some journeying, some discovering, some meeting with like-minded people and people that had unlike minds that were able to open me up to other ideas, So the juice feast was what, I started to realize this is what I want to give it a try and go raw for a while and see how that feels. Because I'd done it for chunks of time, but I didn't really fully dedicate. And when I did dedicate some time, like a couple weeks when living in Peru, to the raw foods, I felt like I had so much junk in my system that it couldn't really properly do it, which, learning from you and a lot of other people, I realized that the juice feast is the way to basically clean out the vessel, clean out the body, and then rebuild it with a proper species-specific diet, raw fruits and veggies, mostly.
And what have you, what kind of benefits or struggles have you experienced so far from being fully raw?
Definitely just another level of connection with the world around me, a bit of a calm, grounded sense of self. I think that a big part of the juice feast was about self-discipline. As much as it was about consuming these vibrant foods that clear my body out, and I could even feel and see my eyes change color, and the sulfur deposits kind of started to go away, and my skin felt clearer. Outside of these physical benefits, the emotional benefit of knowing that I could do this is something that's difficult, and the power that goes into that journey, that process. Have food all around me, have people all around me eating, and just being on the juices was powerful, just learning experience. So, yeah, that was pretty wild. And then just kind of this feeling of this is a temple, this is my temple, I would never want to own a temple or work in a temple and never clean out the temple. It's not because I want the temple to live forever. I'm not trying to have this body live forever, but just honoring, respecting the temple, the vessel that we have, is about, going in and cleaning it out, getting all the old crap out. It's getting it all out. The temple might not look as nice when it's bare. When we go juice feasting and we go for a while, we were talking about this earlier, maybe we're going to look a little skinny, a little frail, maybe, but we're getting all that stuff out of the temple, and then you bring into the temple the vibrant fruits and veggies, and you just rebuild the temple. So
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You're in a great place.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Thanks for the inspiration.
And you look more like Jesus than ever before.
I'm working on that too.
That's what juice feasting does to you. Makes you look like Jesus. That's it right now.
Working for me.
Dylan, you did some fasting yourself, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
I did a 7-day water fast and a 21-day juice fast and a 3-day dry fast. And all those were equally cleansing. I'd say the dry fast was the most intense. And the juice fast was...
Wait, how long was your dry fast?
3 days.
Oh, I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah. I was just in my room the entire time, and I just locked myself out from the world. And I was just in this state of healing, and physical and emotional healing. And yeah, that was a weird time, and I came out of that like a new person. All the cells in my body died, and new ones were reborn.
All of them?
most of the bad ones. And but I would say that the juice feasting was the most enjoyable. It was my longest fast or solid food vacation, and yeah, I just felt so light all the time, and it took a lot longer to detox and get all the toxins out of you than the dry fasting or the water fasting, but you were able to, still be a part of society. The other methods of fasting, you kind of have to be like a hermit and shut yourself out from the world. The water fasting was intense in that I would say most of my emotional detox came from the water fasting and the dry fasting, and the juice feasting gave me a lot of physical detox and colon cleansing and skin rejuvenation. But yeah, fasting is great. It taught me a lot about myself and about, like Mateo said, discipline. It teaches you that, like, it gives you a new appreciation for food. So if you have any, like, food disorders or issues, it could show you that, like, if you have, like, binging disorders,